Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts here on the Full Instance channel. My name is Jericho. In the last episode, we defeated the cards to attempt to free Alice, but unfortunately she was already taken by the Heartless. And unless I very much miss my guess, just through this doorway will be our next boss encounter, one of the more difficult ones of the early game. And with that in mind, I'm going to give, against my better judgment, I'm going to give Donald and Goofy a few healing items. The reason it's against my better judgment, if you don't know this game, is because they are extremely wasteful. But I also don't want to lose this fight, and I find this to be quite a difficult battle, particularly in the early game. Actually, let me see if I have any other equipment to do. It wouldn't be the worst idea for me to go back to Traverse Town and get some more stuff, but it shouldn't be too bad. Whatever. Have a better view behind up. So once we get up here, the boss fight begins. I believe it all takes place while we're small. Yep, here we go. The shadows should be here soon. Are you prepared for the worst? If not, too bad. So this boss is called the Trickmaster. I do find it to be quite difficult, especially since one of your best early game forms of damage dealing is Fira, or Fire, I should say. And he's recolored too, but I actually like this one more. I like it better when he was red and black because he's more like cards. But it's just cool how everything looks a little bit different. But if you use fire against him, it lights his little sticks on fire, and it makes them deal more damage. He actually does it himself later on, and then you can use Blizzard to extinguish them. But when you do it, all you're doing is just giving him extra firepower. So. See, he already used a potion. Chill out, Goofy. So one of your best ways of dealing early damage is taking potion. I remember the very first time I ever played this game, this boss gave me a lot of trouble. So I went and did Deep Jungle first, and during Deep Jungle I unlocked the scan ability, which lets you see in opponent's health bar. And I came back and he was so easy. And I think part of it is knowing how far you have to go really helps in boss fights. You know, like oh, I better use that potion, I can't afford to try to save it. Or just having a better grasp on how the fight's going. But of course, I leveled up other times in the interim, so I'm sure I had more strength and HP and stuff like that too. And some of it might have just been like the placebo effect from seeing the health. But I mean, so far so good. I mean, there is like some strategy you can use, like jumping up on the table and jumping out, and you can get like an aerial combo and deal some decent damage. I mean, he isn't really hitting me much. I can only assume they both already used, that was Goofy's last potion he just used. Donald will probably use one on Goofy here in a second. Actually, let me go ahead and get everybody good. It's dangerous to have only only yourself as a target for bosses. If nothing else, Donald and Goofy are a good trick. I mentioned in the last episode, I don't know if I finished my thought, but for whatever reason, I'm treating this as way more of like an informative walkthrough than my typical sort of content. But I don't know, it's just like a different feel, nothing wrong with it. Okay, so yeah, he just lit his stuff on fire, but I can use Blizzard.
See ya! See ya! Deep freeze!
Yeah, as you can see, they do a ton of damage. You just took out Donald and Goofy just like that, and beautiful. Let's go ahead and get Goofy back because he can take a beating. I'll probably live to regret using that Mega Potion so early.
This should help. Fire!
I mean, as long as this stuff's already lit on fire, man, as well. Okay, I need to not attack him right now. Heal up.
Come on!
Next time that happens, I'll take the time to Blizzard his little batons. I don't even know what those are supposed to be. I guess batons is as good a name for them as any. I always hit L2.
Fire!
Let's use
Here.
ether. Now I have my magic back. I actually might lose this one. I don't have any more healing items. The other two are taken out. I didn't hear Donald using any items, so he might still have some of his. Look at him just standing there, like a gormless duck.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze! Fire!
He doesn't have a whole lot of health left, I don't think. But I'm sure the others are out of items. So, assuming I do lose, yeah, there it is. I think I'm not going to continue. I think I'm going to do load game, and we're going to try to go for this undefeated trophy. So I'll have to watch the cutscene again, I believe. But it won't waste my items, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and load them up with stuff this time. I mean, just potions, anyway. I don't know what it is about this fight. I think part of it is psyching myself out, and ether isn't too useful. Let me give myself the other mega potion. That's really good. And then, are we fully healed? Yeah. Alright. Attempt number 2. I should have saved. I guess I could leave right now and save. And at least that part of the scene I won't have to see again, so that's nice too. So yeah, there's a trophy for undefeated, which is never using a continue, always loading the game. And there are some boss fights where the save point is much further away than this one, where it'll be a big pain. But I think that's the specialty run we're gonna go for this time around. Not too bad. I really don't like his new coloring that much at all. I much prefer the red and black one. This is the first time though. Well, the big guys, I think they're called large bodies, is their proper name. We met them for the first time in the last episode. I like the other one too. That also has a red and black color scheme, and that's I like putting those colors together anyway. Okay, so that was a nice little flurry right there to get started. Let me try to. I guess the table is spinning. I've never noticed that before. It really is smart to jump at him. You avoid his attacks somewhat. Well, Vicky, go ahead and get it on. No, you want to. Well, you're yelling at me for wasting my items, boy. There's an interesting trade-off with a lot of Kingdom Hearts bosses where, right, just then he was at his most vulnerable, but he also dropped the HP balls that I really need to pick up. That better not have been your time potion, I think I really was close in the last episode. I hate, even though like I didn't technically, I mean I did lose. I mean that was a game over. I did not continue, but I mean anything really. I wish I had not being such an early boss. Especially since I like cleaned up, like I beat Riku the second try, I beat Leon, I beat Riku in the race. Like I was like, okay, I still know this game pretty well, and then I lose against Trickmaster. And this isn't even like a technical crowd mode or whatever. Okay, he's going to light up his stuff already. I don't know why it wants me to focus on this raid. I wonder if I can like turn off the burner or whatever he's using to turn the light his batons, and then he can't do it. One thing that's nice is there's no sort of like Phoenix down item. Just potion is potion, like whether they're knocked out or not. Okay, so yes. Wow, good thing. Come on. Maybe you can't. Turn them off with Blizzard. No way! That's like the only time in the game where, no, like, thinking to use the elemental opposite doesn't pay off. Alright, everybody back at it. I feel like this fight's going much better than last time, though. I don't think I'll lose again. I actually might lose a second time in this episode, though, because I'm going to go straight from here to Deep Jungle. I mean, as much as I can. There might be something I'm forgetting between now and then. But there's another optional fight like the Leon fight. And perfectly possible I could lose that one, especially since I'm using up all my good combat items to beat this stupid thing. Yeah, this boss is just one of those things.
This should help.
Mega potions are ridiculous. Everybody back is doing good. Hoping they're not using all their apps because I've been pretty proactive about healing them this time. So that once I'm in trouble, they'll have some left. You should be able to set it to not heal each other. Or like, only at your command. Like I should be able to be like, Goofy heal Donald, Donald kill Goofy. But otherwise, they save it for me. What are you doing? Stop doing that. I don't want to make Donald back.
Goofy!
In some ways, Donald is the more useful party member as you progress through the game because of his magic. But Goofy can take a hit and he supports you so much, and you're really the party member that matters more than anybody. So him helping you be able to do more is more important than Donald himself being able to do more than Goofy. Okay, well, I'll save the elixir until I get knocked out again, or knocked down again. But I am...
Come on!
Okay, come on, this has got it. Yay! There we go. Save my elixir. And there we go. Trickmaster has been defeated, and as this cutscene plays out, we will see the fate of Wonderland. Why do they call it Underland in the Johnny Depp movie? Isn't that weird? Why do they do that? I don't know. Like, it's not like it always was Underland in the Lewis Carroll book, and they just like, oh, you know, they thought that was like too creepy for kids. No, it's always been, literally always been Wonderland. And I guess part of it is because because Alice didn't remember it, but they call it, I don't know. It's just weird.
Racket. How's a doorknob to get any sleep?
So this is the first keyhole. Locking the keyholes is our goal of the game. Besides finding Mickey and finding Riku and Kyra and all, each Disney World we go to, our goal is to lock the door, and that prevents it being connected to the other worlds and invaded by the Heartless. But this is by far the cleverest one because it's actually where a keyhole would be. This gummy ain't like the others, no sir. So that's a Navi gummy piece that we need to give to Sid, who, like in many of his Final Fantasy incarnations, is a vehicle expert. Off for the shadows into darkness. No. Alright, screw it then. Roared Donald and Goofy triumphantly. So with Sid's help, we can use that Navi gummy to plot new courses with the gummy ship. Hey, just got a trophy. I think that's Olympus Coliseum. And then that is Deep Jungle. So we have to drive, we get the warp soon enough. Well, not soon enough because I'm just now having no key. But before too long, we will have the warp, and we can return to any place we've already visited. Since we have to fly back to Travis Town anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and drop in on Sid and give him the Navi piece. Maybe I could get some items too. It's probably not a bad idea. So maybe we'll embark. We'll do that to wrap up today's episode, but we'll actually embark for Deep Jungle in the next episode. This whole score thing over on the right that I'm turning on and off, that was never in the original Kingdom Hearts. That was added for Final Mix. So it tells you like how many you've taken out and the different sorts of gummy pieces you've obtained and all. Pretty cool. I like it. So all of these pieces I'm getting, or many of them, Protect G and stuff like that. Some of them are just like to increase our stats, but Protect G is armor, and it's basically a piece to build your ship. So you need lots of those. I mentioned in the first gummy ship episode that it's kind of pointless to try to build the gummy ship until you're much later in the game and have a lot of good pieces. When you find all the Dalmatians, Pongo and Perdita give you every single gummy piece, and I think like 99 of each, like infinite. Every single gummy piece you could possibly ever want or need. And that's really what you want to do. But I don't know if I will do that in this game. Honestly, unlikely will I take the time to find all the puppies. But it's sad, I want to. Just then, like, seeing it aloud, I was like, oh. That's such a smart side quest. Oh, we could go. Yeah, I definitely want to be back in Traverse Town. I might actually not begin the next episode by going to Deep Jungle because I think there's something else we can do while we're here. I think all we need is fire, but I don't really know what really there is to do at this point. Okay, let's get a shot. Okay, so we have a good amount of money now. Already broke again, so can't get any accessories, unfortunately. In a game of amazing music, the Traverse Town theme is one of my very, very favorites. And not just because it has a cool saxophone. Okay, I guess he's not interested until we have 2 Navi gummy pieces. So, in an effort, we'll just make this episode a tiny bit longer than usual, because I am curious to see if we can't do what I'm thinking we can do in the 3rd district. I bet we can start it, but not really do anything with it yet. So, I think there's a postcard in here. So we'll deliver that one on our way out, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is I'll be able to open the door to this area, but not actually do anything yet until the game tells me to go there. Pretty sure. But hopefully I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm sure it'll be worth it. You might have noticed I don't really incorporate magic into my fighting too much. I do it when there's the Blue Rhapsodies or the Red Operas, any of those guys, with elemental weaknesses. But I'm used to like later games saving all of my magic to do the special attack techniques, like Arthur Khan and Ragnarok Strike Raid. So that's just how I play. Sometimes I'll incorporate fire, especially against bosses, because just to deal steady damage at a distance, so I can kind of survey the situation and heal up or whatever I need to do with my party. I think I am probably wasting our time. Let's just avoid this battle for now, even though I just complained about being out of money. Can I not go in 3rd? Of course I can. I've done it a million times already in this playthrough. This is just the wrong one. This is not the 3rd district. Excuse me. I believe this battle theme is remixed somewhat. We have to make it the Gizmo Shop? I don't think so. I don't know. It's been too long, man. See, I am wasting an increasing amount of time if I can't do anything here yet. I really think I can. This I couldn't do before. It stopped me. But I don't think there's anything up here for me yet. But there will be. Okay, that's a red gummy mark. Or a red trinity mark. Do that. this combat doesn't end, I can't get this. I have to trust Donald and Goofy. We're just gonna have to wait. Get him, Donald. If I'm right about having to go through the gizmo shop, I'm gonna do that again too. Hello! I'm gonna get this present. Okay. Hopefully that's the last one. Luckily they're diving down us. I don't know. Oh, there's Donald. Is that it? Is that it? Please? I'm hitting triangle. That like rallies them. Shit. Okay, there. I got one. Get him. Get him. Dude, that was like 5. I mean, how many possibly were up there on the roof? Come on now. That's what I get for being hasty and avoiding combat, though. Let it, please. Yay! Okay, what do we got? Mega Potion. Well, you know, it's not the most exciting item, but at least it's a really good one. Okay. Back to the gizmo shop. This time, not trying to get back up on the roof. The time will come. I remember much later in the game when you go up on the roof, there's a bunch of like higher level Heartless all spawn at once, and I love using Thundaga to just like wipe them out. No, that's not right. Okay, what? What is going on? How do I get them to the freaking 3rd district? And I know it has a bright, shining 3rd district sign. So regardless of whether or not I can actually get through this and do what I'm thinking about, I have wasted our time. However, there is another save point here, so...
See ya!
We'll be able to return quickly. So this is the mystical house. Its inhabitants are up note. So this is another part where whenever I played this game before, it was way too dark. I can see a lot more detail now. Later in the game, when you have some higher level movement abilities, this becomes a lot easier. It's a bit of a pain right now. Can't get that treasure chest yet either. If there's nothing in here yet, I'm gonna be really sad. Okay.
There's something about this musty place.
I don't know how anybody does that arm held behind the back thing. I guess it's just because
It reminds me of the secret place back
horrifyingly large,
home, where we used to scribble
but
on the walls.
it just wouldn't work.
Remember?
Kyrie? Sora?
What's wrong with you? Well. Hey, look if it isn't good old Merlin. So yeah, at least we can see this little scene. I don't know if he'll give us anything yet. I think he does. What? You knew we were coming? You're Heartless. Come on. My name is Merlin. As you can see, I'm a sorcerer. The king has requested my help. King Mickey? I'm Sora. The king asked me to do just a moment. I'm sorry for not really reading it. I mean, I guess you could pause it. I know I'm going super quickly through it. Presto. If you didn't pack, like, full tea sets and so much furniture, you wouldn't even need to bother with this, but I mean, whatever makes you happy, bud. So yay, now it is far from an empty room. Oh, I completely forgot about this. I don't know how on Earth. So at any time you like, when you're ready to begin the training, one more thing. So, Merlin is not alone. Our eyes are staring. Hello, I'm the fairy godmother. If you asked me to help you, I was just about your journey. I don't think doing the magical training does anything for us now. There is a very important book in here. Perhaps you can't access that yet either. Mega Ether. Well, this is worth our time. Whatever. We saw the cutscene. We've discovered these people for later. Just made a bunch of money. I mean, we were basically broken, and we're back up in the hundreds, 200s. I guess we can't access the book yet. I can't believe that left my mind. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save right here, and then in the next episode, I will probably just go straight out of Traverse Town and just come back to do some more exploration. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to the Full Instance channel. We have more episodes of Kingdom Hearts every Monday and Friday, but there's content every single day. Come back often, see something you like. Hope to see you there. I don't know about you guys, but I'm full.